One who gains strength by overcoming obstacles possesses the only strength which can overcome adversity. Happiness is nothing more than good health and bad memory. Seek always to do some good somewhere. At times, our own light goes out and is rekindled by a spark from another person. Each of us has cause to think with deep gratitude of those who have lighted the flame within us. Constant kindness can accomplish much. As the sun makes the ice melt, kindness causes misunderstanding, mistrust, and hostility to evaporate. Success is not the key to happiness. Happiness is the key to success. If you love what you are doing, you will be successful. The purpose of human life is to serve, and to show compassion, and the will to help others. Think occasionally of the suffering of which you spare yourself the sight. An optimist is a person who sees a green light everywhere, while a pessimist sees only the red stoplight. The truly wise person is colorblind. Man can hardly even recognize the devils of his own creation. I don't know what your destiny will be, but one thing I know. The only ones among you who will be really happy are those who will have sought and found how to serve. Do not let Sunday be taken from you. If your soul has no Sunday, it becomes an orphan. The willow which bends to the tempest often escapes better than the oak which resists it, and so in great calamities, it sometimes happens that light and frivolous spirits recover their elasticity and presence of mind, sooner than those of a loftier character. A man is ethical only when life as such is sacred to him, that of plants and animals, as that of his fellow men. And when he devotes himself helpfully to all life that is in need of help. Sometimes our light goes out, but is blown into flame by another human being. Each of us owes deepest thanks to those who have rekindled this light. Ethics is the activity of man directed to secure the inner perfection of his own personality. Until he extends his circle of compassion to include all living things, man will not himself find peace. My life is my argument. The true worth of a man is not to be found in man himself, but in the colors and textures that come alive in others. Impart as much as you can of your spiritual being to those who are on the road with you, and accept as something precious what comes back to you from them. As soon as man does not take his existence for granted, but beholds it as something unfathomably mysterious, thought begins. The great secret of success is to go through life as a man who never gets used up. Just as the wave cannot exist for itself, but is ever a part of the heaving surface of the ocean, so must I never live my life for itself, but always in the experience which is going on around me. Life becomes harder for us when we live for others, but it also becomes richer and happier. Wherever a man turns, he can find someone who needs him. By having a reverence for life, we enter into a spiritual relation with the world. By practicing reverence for life, we become good, deep, and alive. Everything deep is also simple and can be reproduced simply, as long as its reference to the whole truth is maintained. But what matters is not what is witty, but what is true. Example is not the main thing in influencing others. It is the only thing. Example is leadership. Never say there is nothing beautiful in the world anymore. There is always something to make you wonder. In the shape of a tree, the trembling of a leaf. We are all so much together, but we are all dying of loneliness. A man does not have to be an angel in order to be saint. Seek always to do some good, somewhere. Every man has to seek in his own way to realize his true worth. You must give some time to your fellow man. For remember, you don't live in a world all your own. Your brothers are here too. Do something wonderful, people may imitate it. Man must cease attributing his problems to his environment, and learn again to exercise his will, his personal responsibility, in the realm of faith and morals. The first step in the evolution of ethics is a sense of solidarity with other human beings. Truth has no special time of its own. Its hour is now, always. There are two means of refuge from the miseries of life: music and cats. The tragedy of life is what dies inside a man while he lives. Do not lose heart, even if you must wait a bit before finding the right thing. Be prepared for disappointment also, but do not abandon the quest. Eventually all things fall into place. Until then, laugh at the confusion, live for the moments, and know, everything happens for a reason. A good example has twice the value of good advice. The only thing of importance, when we depart, will be the traces of love we have left behind. If you own something you cannot give away, then you don't own it, it owns you. At that point in life where your talent meets the needs of the world, that is where God wants you to be. The awareness that we are all human beings together has become lost in war and through politics. Happiness is the only thing that multiplies when you share it. You must not expect anything from others. It's you, of yourself, of whom you must ask a lot. Only from oneself has one the right to ask everything and anything. This way it's up to you, your own choices. What you get from others remains a present, a gift. One person can and does make a difference. Thank you for joining us on this journey through the inspiring quotes of Albert Schweitzer. His words continue to resonate with us, reminding us of the power of compassion, the value of life, and the importance of serving others.